Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum. Geopolitics is often called a game of chess, but on March 17, 2026, the board was kicked over from the inside. Joe Kent, the man tasked with tackling America's greatest threats, has resigned, and his parting words are a devastating indictment of the Trump administration. He calls the ongoing war in Iran a checkmate achieved through deception. Tonight, we look at the resignation that has shattered the America First platform. The news broke late Tuesday. Joseph Kent, director of the National Counterterrorism Center, USA, is out. In a searing letter addressed directly to the President Trump, Kent, a combat veteran and Gold Star husband, claims he can no longer, in good conscience, support a war that he believes was manufactured not by intelligence but by influence. Look at the phrasing here. Kent writes, Iran posed no imminent threat to our nation. This is not just an opinion. It is a direct challenge to the administration's legal justification for the strikes that began on February 28th. Kent alleges that an echo chamber of foreign officials and media pundits sowed pro war sentiments to deceive the president into believing a swift victory was guaranteed. He is telling us that the America First policy he supported has been hijacked. For many, the current headlines feel like a dark echo of 2003. Kent explicitly makes that comparison, warning that the same tactics used to draw us into Iraq war are being deployed again. He argues that the decisive military power Trump used in his first term, like the strike on Soleimani, has been replaced by a faltering policy that leads to never ending war. The wealth and lives of the nation are being depleted. Kant says, for a war that serves no benefit to the American people. The visual of US and Israeli jets over Tehran was sold as a necessary defense of national security. But Joe Kant's resignation suggests these bombs are falling on the basis of a lie. He points to a misinformation campaign that undermined the very platform the president campaigned on in 2016, 2020, and 2024. If the NCTC Director says the threat was not imminent, then what was the real objective behind this escalation and this brutal attack killing thousands of people in Iran? Even the mainstream media is starting to smell blood. CNN notes that this resignation renews questions that the administration has long struggled to answer. The Washington Post is reporting that Trump's strategic rationale continues to shift. When the Pentagon, the NCTC, and the White House can't stay on the same page, the policy is not just faltering, it is collapsing in real time. Joe Kent has rightly warned that the time for bold action is now. Reverse course or allow the nation to slip further into chaos. The cards are in the president's hands, but the board is already in disarray. Is this a necessary war or is it another Iraq? You have seen the evidence. Now tell us, what do you think? in the comments. Don't forget to like and subscribe as we continue to track 2026 Iran conflict. Thank you for watching.